Well, so yeah, so this servlet is having the piece of code and business logic which you have written here, and I have deployed this into the Tomcat. What I can do now, if I refresh this page again, you will be seeing that. The moment you are refreshing this URL, it means what you know? You are making a request to the server. And every time your request is going, you can see that your servlet is responding you.
Okay.
This is called client and server interaction.
Right.
In till Tomcat 6, actually, whenever you are changing anything into this Java code in your servlet code and you are saving
Right.
this, you need to again restart your Tomcat. But thanks God, from Tomcat 7 onwards, they came up with some hot deployment. So whatever things you are changing here, it is automatically going to be deployed without completely restarting the system. Can you see that? So now I have added testing, and if I go and make a request again, look at this. It's coming as a testing now. So it means what? You don't need to restart the Tomcat server every time until unless it is a really requirement. Now, in this code, just bother about this URL. This is called
Okay.
URL, guys.
Hmm.
Based upon this URL only, a server can respond to you. So let's say I given a ABC here. Okay. And since I changed to this ABC and I'm going to the browser and I'm still hitting the hello servlet. See what's happening. Oops. You're gonna
Hmm.
get a very popular error called HTTP status 404 not found.
Server not.
This is called client side error. And you must have noticed this sometime opening any website also.
Right.
Whenever you are getting 404, it is very clear that whatever request you are making, there is no particular servlet written to respond you. So you are saying, hey, you might be having a many servlet. In real-time project, you have a many servlet, and each servlet is having their unique URL. So the URL which you have given to this servlet is a ABC, and you are trying to
Right.
request for hello servlet. So your Tomcat is taking this URL and it is going to the servlet. It is checking, hey, anybody is having the slash hello servlet? There is no single servlet which is having the hello servlet.
Yeah.
And your Tomcat is coming back and telling you, I'm sorry, the request resource is not available. What is available is ABC. So you have to mention here ABC.
Change that. Yeah.
And the moment you put ABC, it's working. And this story is common with many people. So let's say if I open any project like Java T Point, let's open this, and under this Java T Point, let's click on DS. Can you see that the last URL pattern
Right.
slash data structure tutorial? Try changing something else here which is not available. See what's happening. Oops, 404,
Yeah.
but they have made some fancy UI. It's coming 404 or not, page not found. It means the moment you are giving this URL, it is going to their server, their Tomcat server. It is checking any servlet is there, which is having this URL pattern. There is no servlet. And that is the
Right.
reason Tomcat is coming back to you and saying, hey, page not found. Whatever Tomcat I went, they are not having any URL, something like this. And that is the reason you are
Correct.
getting 404. So it's very simple to understand the fundamental, but people used to ignore
Hmm.
that. Now, question is, are we going to type the URL every time in this browser? I mean, browser URL section? Oh, no. Many people don't know that how to type slash abc. Sometimes it's a very long string. What are the alternative for that? Alternative for that is give a user a UI. So what I'm going to do is in web content folder, I'm going to create a file
Hmm.
which is a HTML file. So let me go here, new, other, and type here HTML. So the name I'm giving test.html. Here is the things. Now in HTML, if you know the some basic, there is something called anchor tag. You know this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you do here, you just put ABC here and mention call hello servlet. That's all.
Hmm.
Now you don't need to run this hello servlet. Instead, you need to run the test.html. Let me run this. This time it is asking, do you want to restart the server? Let's restart this. Whenever Eclipse required that template need to be restarted, it will give you that option. Now see here, I am
Okay.
getting a very good link, which is saying call hello
All right.
servlet. Anybody can understand, okay, for calling servlet, I need to click here. Oh, wow. Now people don't need to mention the URL here. They can play here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the interaction. We used to develop
Right.
a very fancy UI for our client and asking them, click here, click there. Internally, we are again, the flow is same. This HTML is having the URL as a ABC. It is going to the all servlet section, checking that which servlet is having the ABC. Let's say you have given ABCD. Go to your browser, refresh this page and click on this. Again,
Yeah.
not for error.
All right.
The fundamental concept is same. The requested URL, if it is not found, it will be definitely breaking. Getting the point or not?
Yes.
So this is the very basic example of hello servlet. So this is do get.
Okay.
In web application, we have two kinds of major method: get method and post method. Whenever you
Yeah.
are getting something, you are asking the server to give something to you, then you are using the do get method. Whenever you are
Okay.
developing a, whenever you are posting some data to the server, that's where you require do post method. So do get is pretty simple. You understood this. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly develop one login servlet. So
Okay.
servlet login servlet. Yes, we have all these things. Let me remove this all. And this time I need do post. Why I need do post, I will tell you in some time. So this is my do post. Let me first go and create one HTML, other HTML, login.html. I'm not going to design a very fancy using the CSS and Bootstrap. Later, you guys can do that. But
Yeah.
other than anchor tag, you also have one option here called form. And the URL pattern I'm going to give for this action is login servlet. For login servlet, what else we need? We need username, and this is something like input type equal to text. Give some name. I'm giving uname.
Right.
Then we have a password. Change this type to password and give name to PWD. And what else we have? we have input type equal to submit, and here instead of name I gonna give value.
Right.
Okay, now think about this program. Initially we were just hitting the URL and getting some response, but this time you're not only hitting the URL, rather than you are passing some data also. What are the data you are passing? Username and password.
Username and password.
Right? So your login servlet is going to get this username and password. Now, how you can design a login servlet? What code we have to write under this? As I told you, whatever data you are passing from UI, whatever data is coming to the server, which is going to store under this request object, HTTP servlet request. So this is the time. Now I will ask this request servlet object, please give me the username. So I'm gonna ask a string username equal to, I will ask this request guy, hey request, there is a method called get parameter and pass the uname. So I'm asking request, hey, you must be got the username from the browser or from my client. So I'm asking you, give me that username. Similarly, you can ask for the password, get parameter password. So you have now username and password. You got a username and password. You can now write your business logic. It's pure core Java. Somebody can go to the database to check that whether username password is exist or not. If it is exist, then you have to say success. If it is not exist, you have to say failure. For a time being, let's design in a core Java. So let's say I know my username is ABC for a time being. So what I'm gonna do, I'm saying ABC. It's a pure core Java, guys.
Right.
And pwd dot equals method, let's say I know my password is XYZ. If user is going to give me username as ABC and password as XYZ, then I will say login success. And for that purpose, I gonna say print writer out equal to response dot get writer, and here login is success. One is in browser, one is in console. Else, what else? You just need to tell them login is failed. Yes or no? This is how we used to write if else. So how the flow will be? I'm not going to run this login servlet. Why I'm not running this login servlet? Because somebody have to pass me the username and password. So that, and that value is coming from login.html. So let's run this login.html. In login.html, I'm expecting there should be a to field which is going to have username and password section. Yes, look at this.
Right.
I am giving ABC and XYZ and click on login. The moment I click on login, immediately the request is coming to this toPost method of this login servlet. How it's coming?
Right.
Because in login.html, I have already given the action name is my URL pattern. So this URL pattern is matching with this URL pattern. Remember, you have to make sure that which request is for which servlet. If you are not giving that, it will be a problem. And also, we have a two servlet right now, hello servlet and login servlet. You cannot give the same URL to the two servlet. It will be very much confusing. You will get an exception. So remember that as well. So now from login.html, I'm gonna pass this login, clicking on login, and look at this. It is saying Method not allowed. Oops. Okay. What is the method we have given now? Do post.
Hmm.
And initial was do get. So in your HTML, whenever you are clicking on login, by default, the method type is get only. How can you know that? If you go to method, if you type your method, then look at this. It is coming by default get.
Okay.
Whether you are writing or not, method equal to get is always there with the form. But this time we don't have a get, we have a post. So we have to change this type as a post. So if you look at this error, it is clearly saying method not allowed. It means HTTP method get is not supported by this URL. So your servlet is
Okay.
saying I am a do post and you are sending me the get method. I'm sorry. That's the reason you are getting 4 not 5. So what again I have to do? Again, let me run this. This time, I don't need to restart it basically. Just refresh this page. Let me give ABC, XYZ, click on login. Congratulations, you have your
Oh, okay.
success. So this is how the login page is going to be developed in any project. The only thing
Right.
is going to change is the internal logic. Ideally, people don't prefer using this hard-coded value. This is called hard-coded value. Here you're going to
Okay.
write a database related connection code, and it is going to the database table, checking the username password, coming back, and based upon the response, whether it's available or not, it's going to give you that. So this is how
Okay.
the login flow is. Let's try giving the wrong password. Login is failed.
Right.
Yes or no? If you are a very good designer, if you are a very good UI people, you have a good knowledge about it. What you can do is you go to your web content, design here a file HTML and give success.html and type it here in H2. What are you going to type here? Your login is success. Okay. If you want to give some fancy color, that also you can do. Color green. Similarly, you can also design. Now, so what I will do, there is something called request dot or response. One sec, guys. How can I pass this to a tick 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 tick? Control H, file search, forward. Yes, this is what I was looking into. Request dispatcher. Mhm. I will explain you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Request dispatcher. And here I gonna give success.html rd.forward request response. Okay, let me design a fail.xml as fail.html. Control C, Control V. So fail.html, and this gonna be red. Oops, your login is failed. Coming to our login servlet, doing the same fancy work here as well, but this time fail.html. See what I did actually. Initially, I was just printing here something like this: login failed, login success. But now I will be giving a very good UI response. In real-time project, once your login is success, you have to bring the home page. Like in Facebook,
Right.
if your login is success, it is coming your timeline page, right? So in real time, you should
Yeah.
not simply tell login success, rather than you have to bring one page where you have a lots of design code for that user. So if I go to now login page, let's give me ABC, XYZ, click on login. It's saying, oops, login is failed. Why it's so? XYZ, login is success here, login is failed. Oh, my bad, because I didn't change the content, guys.
Mm.
If you go to this, your login is success. In failed also, I'm saying the same thing. In fact, I swap the things. Failed वाले में success चला गया, success वाले में failed चला गया. No worries. Let me copy this. You guys know Hindi? Where are you from, Nikhil?
I'm actually from Maharashtra, so yeah, I know Hindi.
हिंदी मालूम है आपको?
हिंदी तो मालूम है, हाँ.
क्या बात है. You are also in USA?
उर्दू भी आती है. I'm in Canada right now.
You are in Canada. Okay. Fine. So we have a failed.html. Oops, your login is failed. Okay. Now I think we are. Refresh this page. Yep. Give a correct username password. Your login is success. Give a wrong password. Huh? What is wrong? I didn't save that. My bad. If you are in IntelliJ, it's having the auto save option, no? XYZ success. Anything else should fail. And now it's working as expected. So see how easy to design the login page. Now somebody coming to you, hey, why should I click here back button? Can you include the back button there in the login success and failure? You say just no problem. You go here, introduce an anchor tag, href, and this is the one for your home page, right? And why don't you put your home option here? Just copy this and go to your field. And here also, instead of home, you can say, please try again.
Yeah.
Now see how it looks. So ABC, XYZ, click on login. Look at this, you're getting a
Right.
home icon. Click on this, you're not getting anything. It's coming to the login servlet, but login servlet is not having anything. So what I can do, rather than login servlet, I should give login.html. My bad. Come again. Refresh this page. XYZ, login, home, back to login page.
Okay, yeah.
ABC, XYZ, or something else, failed. Please try again. Please try again. Should bring you the again login.html. Let me check that. No. Login.html. Please try again. Need to be refreshed. Yep. So let me explain you the complete flow again so that you have a very good understanding.
Yes.
So what I did, I developed one login page, which is a login.html. What I'm doing, I'm posting the username and password, and that's that we have to do. We have to pass the username password for the server to authenticate whether this is the right username password or not. So while designing this HTML itself, I have made sure that which servlet I'm passing this data and what kind of data I'm passing. I'm passing a post data. So I've changed the method type equal to post and action equal to login servlet. So the moment I will click on this login button, it is directly going to this login servlet, and here is my login servlet. Whatever data you have sent from there, it is stored into this request object. Now, I'm asking this request object, hey, you must have got username and password, and both value I am taking out here. For a time being, I just considered my username is ABC and password is XYZ. Then after I'm matching with this, I'm checking ABC and XYZ is matched. Then there is one concept in servlet called request dispatcher. Request dispatcher is giving you an option by which from one page to another page, you can redirect your request. And this is how I'm doing. So under request dispatcher, what I'm saying, whenever success, then I need to go to the success.html, and whatever request response I have right now, please forward this request response to this success.html. Similarly, if login is failed, if your username and password is not matched with the ABC and XYZ, obviously it will come to the else part, and else part is also doing the same thing, but the only destination I am changing to the fail.html. So it is going to the success.html and printing whatever output is here. So it is saying your login is success, and it is also giving you an option by which you can go to the home page. So on clicking on home page, you will be redirected to again login.html. But you can also design some more fancy stuff here. What? Design one home.html. There you need to ask the user, are you a new user or you are already logged in? So there will be two links. If user is clicking on registration, I'm a new user, then please create one registration.html file. Not required much. What you required is just username, password, first name, last name. That's all. You just ask this 4 fields. Similar like that, instead of login, just give a registration and create a registration servlet, just like login servlet. Take the all value, first name, last name, username, password, and simply say your registration is success.